Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I wanted to go over a few things talking about money with a wedding. Now, weddings are very, very, very expensive. I mentioned that in my last video that I went into my wedding thinking it was going to be X amount and turning out triple the amount that I expected. I kind of wanted just to go over a few things with you guys. I know that, money is like a subject that shouldn't be talked about, but I feel like this could be helpful, and this isn't any way, there's Oliver hanging out, there's no way, shape, or form this is bragging or, I just wanted to share with you guys my experience, and I feel like it's helpful to know realistically how much weddings do cost. So I wanted to break down everything and let you guys know what my wedding's going to cost and what you can expect. Granted, I will say you can definitely budget a lot less for a wedding. You do not have to have a $40,000 wedding, a $60,000 wedding. You can definitely be a lot cheaper. That's just preference. I did go a little bit over budget on things where I shouldn't have, but I did. So I just wanted to let you guys know what, my wedding's going to cost me, just so you guys can have some ideas as far as price points. I feel like this would have been helpful for me whenever I just got engaged, because nobody really tells you how much a wedding really does cost. And, there's one thing to have this dream of a wedding, and then another thing to actually be able to achieve that dream. So, I just wanted to break down, the cost of things for you guys and let you guys know the inside scoop on, how much a wedding does cost. First things first is your number one thing is your venue. Venue is going to be your most hefty price. Especially in my situation, we went with Seven Springs. So, I'm sorry, if you hear things, that is my cats being ridiculous and climbing all over everything. But with my venue, we went with something that's a little bit more all-inclusive. So my venue, the price that I'm about to give you includes the venue for the day. We're getting married at the venue, so ceremony cost, also the catering, the alcohol, and it also includes a cake, and it includes a room for the bride and groom, and then it comes with a day of coordinator. So with that being all included, it's $19,000 for all of that included. Granted, there's definitely cheaper options. Definitely do not have to get something all-inclusive, but I feel like with it being Seven Springs, it's nice because we don't have to worry about getting different vendors for different things. Everything's all in-house. Next big cost, I would say, is probably your dress. So with my dress, I had a budget in mind of $2,000. I was willing to go over budget, maybe around $2,500, but I went way over budget because the dress made me feel good. It was beautiful. It was just the one. I knew it was the one. So I kind of went over budget a little bit, and I went over budget by $2,000. So total, my dress is $4,000. Now alterations, nobody gives you the scoop on alterations, okay? Alterations are literally the price of another dress. It's insane. And if you are watching this and you are about to go get your dress fitted or going to try on dresses, please do not let them talk you into getting the size bigger, because there might be, some weight gain or this and that, because I listened to them and I sized up to the size that they thought, just in case, because yes, granted, you do not want a dress that's too snug because it will pull and it won't lay right, but my dress alterations are $1,100. That is the price of some people's dresses. Yeah, it's insane, and I am too afraid to take it anywhere else besides the bridal shop, because there is so much that needs to be done, and there's so much detail that I don't want my dress to get botched. That's just the reality of it. And I feel like if I would have went with a smaller size, I probably wouldn't have had this many alteration costs. But, that's the price you pay whenever you listen to, the lady that's in charge. But yeah, definitely go into that a little bit more wise than I did. I kind of just agreed with them. I didn't really know what was going on, I know I've never tried on a wedding dress before. I never done this before, so definitely recommend, you know, having a little bit more knowledge going into it. That would definitely help as far as alteration costs go. And if you are really strict on your budget, just make sure that you let them know that you do not want to try on dresses over that budget, because that was another thing. The lady didn't ask me my budget in the beginning, and she put me in a dress that was like $6,000, and I obviously fell in love with it. It was beautiful, but I told her, you know, my price range a little bit is around like $2,000 to $2,500, and then she put me in the dress that I got, and it's still overpriced, but honestly, I think it's worth it. Not my cats, I don't know if you can hear them, but they're running up and down the steps like crazy. But I don't know if, you know, that's important to you, if your dress is a big expense that you want to spend. Another thing is your photographer and videographer. These are expensive. I cannot stress this enough. A photographer is so expensive, and so is a videographer. Spending so much money on this wedding, you want pictures to relive it. Because if you spent $40,000 on a wedding and you have no pictures, what was the point? So my photographer price is $2,800. That includes 2 photographers, and that is, I think, 8 hours of coverage. So I think that definitely is a good price. I also got quoted $4,800 by a photographer, and I just thought that was absolutely way out of my ballpark range. Just wasn't worth it to me to spend that much money whenever I could find a photographer that was just as good for literally half. Now, I feel like I found a pretty good videographer price point. I got quoted multiple different things from different videographers, but the one that I found charging me $1,800, I think that that's a pretty good video pricing, because you are going to have someone there videoing you from the time that you get ready to the time, you know, by the end of the night. So that's a lot of coverage, and I definitely think that, you know, it's worth it, and it's going to be something that you can look back on for the rest of your life, and it's just going to capture that moment. And I'm excited to see the video. I'm excited to see it all come together. I'm excited just to walk down the aisle. I think it's going to be such an amazing experience. So yeah, definitely know, you know, what's worth it for you guys. Okay, now another big expense is your florist. Now, I know a lot of people nowadays will go and just make their own flowers, or might find a cheaper florist, but I don't know if you guys watched my last video or not, but I just explained that my florist is actually taking care of not only just my flowers and my bouquets for me and my bridesmaids, but literally taking care of my centerpieces, my, like the aisle that I'm walking down, it'll be decorated, my archway, everything like that. So you will pay a pretty good price. So I am paying $3,500 for my florist. Yes, that's totally not necessary. By all means, it's kind of just the luxury of having someone do the work for you. That's what you're paying for. You're paying for their labor. So definitely, if that's something that you don't want to spend money on and you think that it's not worth it, then just do it yourself. Another big price point is hair and makeup. So luckily for me, I own a salon, so I have hairstylist and I'm a makeup artist, so it's really going to help as far as pricing goes on that aspect. But not for everyone, you know, getting married is not a salon owner. So definitely budget out hair and makeup, because you want to look and feel beautiful that day. You don't ever want to not feel your best. So I don't know if anyone has told you guys this or not, but you will have to provide gifts for your bridesmaids. So I have 6 bridesmaids, and I have a few gifts up my sleeve, and I don't want to say it because I got some of you watching probably, but I'm saying on average I probably have around $800 in gifts wrapped up. I definitely, you know, didn't have to spend that much on people, but I wanted to because I did so much for me. So if, you know, when you're looking at your venue, if they include your hotel room and your transportation, but with my venue, they do. So with that $19,000 included in the full day at the venue, it includes the bride and groom's room, and then it provides a shuttle bus. So it's really nice. So whenever we are done at the ceremony, they will shuttle us around on the resort to take pictures. Now, not every venue does this, so definitely ask that question whenever you are talking to them about setting up your day. So that's all included in the price, but I know that could be pretty expensive if you don't have the hotel and the transportation already right there for you. So just remember that whenever you're talking to the venue and seeing if that's something that you want, and maybe get some quotes from different like limo companies or party bus companies and go from there. Okay, so total cost is up around $40,000 for my wedding, give or take. There's definitely some expenses that I didn't talk about as far as like some extra wedding decor and your favors. Alright, so that is the wrap up of this video. Just wanted to give you guys a breakdown of my total expenses for the wedding. I didn't want to come off too braggy or anything. It's simply just to give you guys kind of like a rundown on how a wedding works and how much they cost. So if you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you want to hear anything else wedding related, give a comment down in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys in my next one.